Hello guys, my name is Luca from AudioTribe YouTube channel, and in this video I will give you my first impressions about the new Sony XV500. I have tested this speaker for about 2 to 3 weeks and I have made my mind about this speaker. But first, let's talk about the specs. So the maximum output power of the Sony XV500, it is 55 watts, but because the manufacturers measures the wattage different, I have placed at around 1.5 meters, a decibel meter, to measure the loudness of these speakers. Of course, this speaker, as you see, it has two tweeters and two 5.5 inch squared woofer. It has the bass port on the bottom, and that's about it. The lights are not that amazing as the JBL Party Box 320. The looks, it is very objective, but in my opinion I like more the JBL Party Box 320 or the JBL Party Box 120. Now let's see the interface. As you see, it has the AUX, the USB, the light. It has one level of extra bass, plus and minus volume button, and the play and stop button. Of course, it has an internal battery that lasts up to 25 hours of playing time. This is the level of the battery, and these are the inputs and nothing else on the back. So two tweeters, two woofers, 55 watts. This should be a very good speaker at around $250. But to see how good it is, we will make two tests. I will make a loudness test, and for that I will play this speaker at the maximum level of sound and will measure with a decibel meter how loud it is. And the second test is the bass test, and for that we're gonna put a frequency tone that goes from 100 Hz to 5 Hz at the maximum level of sound, to see where is the sweet spot on the bass part and where the bass will stop producing sound and vibrations. So we will start with the loudness test at the maximum level of sound.
Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Too many things going on, I can't keep track of them all. From people dropping a bomb to people putting up walls, I feel like life is on hold, perception stuck in a vault. I know that time can heal all, but how much time till we fall? It's awfully chilly outside, when there's no shelter to hide. When everything is a lie, you'll find that out in some time. But when the things on your mind are all considered a crime, communication aside, we'll all just fight till we die. Is this an argument?
And the decibel meter reach 104.8 decibels in dBA. Now let's do the bass test. And that was the bass test. So first let's talk about the sound. The speaker was plugged in the socket, even if it has an internal battery that lasts up to 25 hours of playing time, and it was plugged in the socket because we want to test this speaker to the maximum potential of this speaker. It reached 104.8 at around 1.5 meters apart from the speaker. That means it is It is very good for such a small speaker. It is not amazingly loud, it will not give you out from the house, but it is good for small gatherings indoors. The sound, it is very good, it is balanced. I really like how this sounds. Of course, I prefer the sound that comes from the JBL Party Box 120, but we will gonna make a cross comparison review about these two speakers in a few days. And if the sound, it is very good, now let's talk about the bass power. As you saw, from 70 Hz to 50 Hz, it is the sweet spot. The speakers feels very good. The bass shakes the objects in the house, but from 50 Hz to 30, you can barely notice the bass power, and from 30 to 0, it is almost that it is not there. So, taking into account the loudness test, the 104.8 decibels, taking into account the frequency range from 70 to 50 Hz, I can definitely tell you that for $200, you get a very good speaker that has a very good and clean sound. It has these two woofers, shakes the objects in the house, so they are very good. You have the IPX4, that means it can resist in a light rain. It has the internal battery, it has the lights, but I prefer the lights on the JBL Party Box 120 or the JBL Party Box 320. So for $250, this is a very good acquisition, because the JBL Party Box 120 costs $350 to $400. So taking into account the price, of course the Sony speaker will be better. But if you want to take into account the sound quality, the loudness, the bass power, the looks, the everything, just check the cross comparison review between the JBL Party Box 120 versus the Sony XV500. But what is your opinion about this speaker? Do you like it or not? Because I think there are not many differences between the Sony XP500 versus the Sony XV500. Of course, I want to thank my subscribers that became members on AudioTribe YouTube channel, because that helped me a lot. And feel free to like this video. Cheers!